Hi, my name is Marisa Frias, and this is my story of a lifelong learner project. So part one is where am I from? I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. My dad's side of the family has been in Arizona since before it was America as part of the Yaqui tribe. Although I no longer have any relatives living on the reservation. Then my mom's side of the family was from Mexico before they moved to Chicago around 40 years ago and Arizona 26 years ago. During the span of my lifetime, my family has moved from Phoenix to Avondale and finally to Buckeye, where we have enjoyed the privileges of our new middle class status. Seeing as though I grew up in a primarily Mexican community before moving to a city that was mostly white, I've had the chance to learn about different types of practices and behaviors, and it's helped to teach me to have an open mind. So after moving to Buckeye, I began attending a new school, and being at this new school exposed me to new cultures and backgrounds, as well as my first major experiences with racism and prejudice. I found it difficult to relate to my new classmates as we had been raised in very different environments, speaking different languages, eating different foods, and forming different traditions. I was lonely during this time before realizing how much I could learn from and teach those around me. Learn from and teach those around me. Understanding a different perspective helped me to open my eyes to the beauty and strength of differences. Another impactful moment in my life was when I realized how bad my grades were during my sophomore year of high school. Due to the COVID-19 quarantine and mental health issues I faced during that time, I really struggled to complete classwork, and this led to me having almost all F. Though I was aware of this fact for months, I wasn't able to push myself to fix it until I went back to school in person in late March. After 2 months of hard work, I was able to change all of my grades. Although I did get one D minus, I was able to I was able to be proud of the work that I did to be better and continue to work to bring up my grades and GPA during the last 2 years of high school. Um, Through my struggle to find friends in a world that was so different from the one that I was used to, I realized how much can be learned from from a different background with different beliefs. Though sticking to tradition is admirable, seeking out new ones can help to make others feel included, respected, and teach that we're all the same at heart. Through my struggle with maintaining my grades, I learned the importance of determination and how far it can take you. Even though it looked at one point like I wasn't even going to get into college, I ended up I ended high school with an $80,000 academic scholarship, the highest of anyone in my class. My history has taught me to seek new information from those that I meet in the present. I hope to learn as much as I can from those I encounter during the next 4 years and beyond, as I've been doing for the last 4 years. I also hope that my determination and work ethic will continue to carry me to graduation. Part two, where am I now? So here at the university, I got my first job. I spent my entire life doing volunteer work for Girl Scouts, and now I'm doing a similar thing and getting paid for it. It's made me very aware of my money and how it is spent. And this has made me so much more responsible. Dealing with customers in my job has also taught me that even though you may not deal with the brightest and the nicest people all the time, it's very important to respect others and strive to be as understanding as possible. So at this point, I'm looking to get into aerospace engineering, and if I can, find a minor that will make me a more desirable job applicant. So I was born into a lower class family and experiencing the struggles that go along with that, such as not knowing when the next meal is coming, has pushed me to choose a major that will lead to a higher paying career. While my interest and academic ability absolutely played a part in my ultimate decision, I would not have let myself choose this major if it did not pay well. Like very honestly, I would not have because that has been a very big part of my history and I want the best possible future for myself and my family. That being said, my history also taught me to push myself even when it feels impossible. This helped me to get here to university and continue pushing myself to do my best in all of my classes. So some strengths that have emerged are I've gotten better at time management and organization, and I've proven to be decently strong in these areas. But I have noticed that like my social anxiety and my ability to talk to others, specifically like professors, it's it's gotten worse. And I will need to develop that in that area um, to continue on. I would say that the natural scientist perspective mostly shapes the way I think, as I've always had a more logical and scientific view of everything from school to home life to why I felt the way that I did. I've always been very big on reflecting on my emotions, actions, and surroundings, often in a scientific way that provides explanations and allows me to make predictions. I could use the most development, though, in the artist perspective, as I'm not the best at making visual representation of words. And I can use the artistic gen ed that I'm going to take during my 4 years to get more of an understanding of what this entails and how to tap into it. Um, in in 5 years, I want to be a year into my career, hopefully with a big company such as NASA or Raytheon. Intermediate goals for the next 5 years that will help me get there are getting good grades, finding good internships, participating in research projects, and graduating with an aerospace engineering major. I'd love to work on rocket ships at NASA, but I'd also like to work at Raytheon or Lockheed Martin. But I haven't really made up my mind of what I want to do, so I'm hoping within the upcoming year I'll be able to do more of that. And just for fun, I'd love to get better at sewing and crocheting like clothes. I think that's really cool, and I'd love to do that. And then for my Wonder Journal, I think I want to learn more about nutrition and how to be as healthy as I can. Thank you.